You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Well, my goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me with a voice so sweet, I thought I heard the shuffle of angels sweet. He called my name and my heart stood still when he said, John, go do my will. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Well, you may throw your rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. But as sure as God made black and white, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down.
Jumping and the jump again. Well, good evening, Newton Falls sports fans. My name is Eric Thompson, and I am happy to be with you this evening along with Tom Gregory Productions and the student volunteer staff as we bring you another great baseball game, what's shaping up to be a wonderful game. A little bit of a late start tonight. The James Garfield Field is not playable because of the weather, as is the case with so much in Northeast Ohio this time of year. This game was to start at 5 o'clock. It's now 5:30. Cam Huff comes to the plate under mostly cloudy skies, and a light drizzle has just started. Temperature 62 degrees. This rain is 59% chance of showers between now and 7 o'clock, so for the next 90 minutes, this is what we have to deal with. This is Garfield's home game, so Newton Falls will be playing the visitor on their own field. The first strike is fouled back over the first base dugout for a strike. 0-1 the count now on Huff. Newton Falls wearing the gray pants with the bright orange jerseys. Garfield gray pants with black jerseys. Ball came right back like it was going to bite me. And it didn't, but it didn't stop me from knocking everything over either. There's another foul ball over the first base dugout again.
1-2, guys.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Lazari on deck as Huff digs in and prepares for the pitch. The breaking ball misses the plate by just a little bit.
2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That was a perfect fastball right down the middle, swing and a miss, and Huff strikes out. Gino Lazari, the left-hander, comes to the plate. A couple of practice swings just outside the batter's box. He slowly steps in to face the Garfield pitcher, who lines up the first shot with a breaking ball inside for a ball.
It's coming. He's getting it right now.
Caden Spade pitching for the G-men. Throws a second ball outside. 2-0. There's a long fly ball way back deep. And it's over the fence for a home run for Lazari. Lazari rounds third, and the rest of his teammates come to the home plate area to congratulate him. They tap hats and pat backs. And in an instant, the Newton Falls Tigers take the lead in the top of the first inning with a solo shot from Lazari.
Now batting number 13, Holden Handel.
Number 13, Holden Handel, who is pitching tonight, steps in to bat as the third batter. Takes a high pitch before ball 1. Second pitch is also a ball. It's 2-0 on Hansel. Here's the windup of the pitch. Fouled down the first base line, out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1, guys.
There's a grounder right back to the first base. I'm sorry, to the pitcher who throws it to first. And Hansel has made the second out after making contact with that pitch. 2 outs.
Now batting number 32, Trevor Rusko.
Number 32, Trevor Rusko, the right-hander, steps into bat with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the first. Here's his first pitch. It's a breaking ball outside for a ball 1. It's high and inside, ball 2.
2 up. Out of play.
Foul ball, a little bit of a late swing. Sends that ball down
2-1, guys.
and out of play down the first base side. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Go.
It's a foul tip back to the catcher. Can't hold on to it. The catcher is Eric Geddes,
2 guys.
sophomore for the G-Men. Calling a pretty good game back there so far. And there's a little blooper right up the middle, picked up by the shortstop who fires over to first in a bang-bang play. They get Rusko out with the force at first. So after 1/2 of an inning of play, Gino Lazzari's home run puts the Tigers up 1-0. Holden Hansel takes his last warm-up pitch. Number 27 is Powell, the catcher. Throws it down to second base, and all the infield practice balls, warm-up balls come in. Garfield G-Men are ready to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Now batting the right-hander, number 21. Jackson Sommer is his name. Hansel's first delivery is high for ball 1. nice pitch. Straight down the middle. And just a little too hot and fast for Sommer to take care of. 1 ball, 1 strike on the junior. Inside, right at the knees. Just off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's a foul ball. Back to the seats. Evening the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2, guys.
Just a bit low, close enough to the strike zone that a lot of oohs and ahs coming out of the
3-2.
Newton Falls dugout. Would like the umpire to reconsider that call, but his call made the count full. And there is strike 3. Swing and a miss on that fastball straight down the middle. Now coming to the plate, Brody Swigonski, the senior. Brody had a pretty good game the last time the Tigers and the G-Man faced off. He'd like to repeat that tonight. That first pitch caught him looking for a strike. Steady rains continue to fall. Not enough to really make an adverse playing conditions, but enough that we're concerned with an already soft ground and puddles here and there around the field, that it's only going to make things worse. You know, we had snow a couple of days ago, measurable accumulation, a little less than ½ an inch on the ground. There's a foul back for a strike off the forearm of the catcher, Powell, number 27. He's going to walk that off. They have a lot of pads, but you can't pad everywhere, apparently. The umpire kindly takes a moment to brush off the plate, even though it didn't really need it. He'll walk back to the backstop, giving the catcher a little bit of time to recover. Umpire needs to be nice and treat the catcher well because, you know, that's the guy that stops the umpire from being hit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As play resumes, Swigonski steps back into the batter's box. Hansel toes the rubber. And here's the pitch. It's fouled back. Count remains 1-2. So we had snow. We had too much rain. We had some freezing temperatures. We had some freezing rain. We had a little bit of sunshine today, enough to dry the field. And it's raining now. Oh, don't forget the high winds, too. We had 50-mile-an-hour sustained winds the other day. So finally we have a game that's not going to be adversely affected by the weather. 2-2 the count. Hansel's delivery is straight over the middle of the plate, and the ball is fouled down the third baseline. Count remains 2-2. We'll do it again. That pitch low and outside means the count is now full.
3-2, guys. Full count.
The umpire doing a great job of keeping the players informed as well as the fans on what the count is. There is a long fly ball to deep center field. Center fielder for the Tigers is back about 4 feet in front of the fence, and he makes the catch for an out. That's the second out of the inning.
Shoot out.
Now batting number 5, Eric Geddes, the sophomore for the G-men, facing off against Hansel's first pitch. It's a little bit high for a ball. Geddes hits that one up high, and it's out of play over the first base dugout. Makes the count 1 ball, 1 strike as he steps back into the batter's box to face the third offering from the Tigers pitcher. Caught him looking. Strike at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2, guys.
Well, that ball bounced a few feet in front of the plate. Fastball kind of got away from Hansel.
Two and two, guys.
There's a line shot right up the center. The second baseman dives for it but can't pick it up. Scooped up off of after a few hops by the center fielder, who brings it into the cutoff man, the shortstop at second base. With a good solid hit, that puts the G-men with a runner at first. 2 outs. Vinny Grandizio comes to the plate. Vinny is the G-man junior. Geddes takes a lead at first. Hansel looks him back. It's a big lead. Hansel's watching him. Geddes takes off. That pitch is in the dirt. A little bit hard for the catcher Powell to handle. So Geddes goes into second without a throw. 2 outs. Runner moves from first to second. Counts 1-0. Hansel looks back to second base, but nobody's covering the bag, and that huge lead. By the time he pitches, by the time the ball is actually pitched, Geddes, the runner, is halfway to third base. Nobody's covering the bag. Outside for a ball. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Looking all the way. The sign from the third base coach was take. Makes the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, 2 outs with that runner at second. Not really worried about that runner at second. Concentrate on the batter, get this out, retire the side, and be done. There is a line shot down the third base line that goes behind the third base coach. Foul ball. That foul territory in the outfield there is pretty low and still remains wet. It's been wet all season. It's been standing water out there, so that ball will be taken out of the rotation for the game. There's a payoff pitch. It's fouled back to the screen. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs, and that runner at second who is taken off on the pitch. Grandizio stands in, waiting for Hansel's pitch. There's the delivery, and it comes in high. It hits him, so that's a dead ball.
You got it.
And he takes his base. with runners at first and second and 2 outs. The batter now, number 1, Anthony Dema. Anthony sure hasn't missed any time in the weight room. He is a senior, looks every bit of it. Dema stands in to face Hansel. Short lead at first, big lead at second. Nobody covering either bag to hold the runners. That first pitch comes in high for a ball. Dema watches Hansel. Hansel winds up and takes the delivery. At the knees, that's a strike, evening the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a long fly ball to center field. Center field backpedal all the way to the fence. He makes the grab, and that retires the side. No runs for the G-men after 1 full inning of play. The Tigers are leading by 1 on Lazaria's home run in the top of the first. We go now to the second inning. With a little Joe Bonamesa taking us into the top of the second inning. 1 hit and 1 run so far for the Newt Falls Tigers. 1 hit and no runs for the G-men of Garfield. Batting number 11, Pennington takes the first pitch inside. Pennington, again, number 11, playing third base for the Tigers. Hits a long fly ball way deep to center field, and it's over the fence for another home run. So the Tigers on 2 hits have 2 runs, and this is unusual play for them, and it's certainly worthy of celebration. And the grin on Pennington's face as he crosses home plate is worth the price of admission. He's all teeth and should be. That was a great hit to the deepest part of the field, straightaway center field.
Now batting number 27.
Number 27, Ethan Powell, comes to the plate. He is the Tigers' catcher. First pitch is high and outside. There's another long fly ball. Center fielder backpedals and gets it right at the warning track for the first out of the inning. That was close. Well, the Tigers' bats certainly have come alive in this game with these long, hard hits, well hit balls. Owen Gazda steps into bat. First pitch is a breaking ball that's very high, got away from number 12, Caden Spade, the pitcher. Settle in, learn from that mistake. Gazda takes the second pitch, low and outside. 2-0 the count, with just the one out, nobody on. Top of the second inning. Pitch over the inside corner that pops out of the catcher's glove. 2 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike as the rain continues to sprinkle across the area. I can see in the distance some clearing. Gazda takes ball 4 and moves to first base. Some of that clearing looks like it's out toward Lake Milton. Just about 5 or 6 miles as the crow flies. Dowling the batter, number 23. Steps into bat. Runner at first takes a big lead. The pitch is high for ball 1. Hopefully some of those clearing skies will be here. According to the weather forecast, we're supposed to clear up around 7 o'clock. There's a pop foul over the first base dugout, out of play. Must have been close to hitting something or someone from the oohs and ahs from the crowd. Seems as though everyone's safe. Here's the next pitch. It's a breaking ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1, guys.
It's a nice hard thrown fastball that's just inside, missing the plate by just a hair. 3 balls, 1 strike. Watching that runner at first base, takes a big lead, and there's a long fly ball down the right field line that goes just foul and out of play. That fills up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got a lot of full counts on batters. That makes for a long game. There's a high pitch, but he swings anyways. Dowling smacks that thing to second baseman, picks it up. Tosses to the shortstop at second for the force out. Over to first for the attempted double play, but they're just a little late as Dowling beats the throw with 2 outs.
Now batting number 1, Nick Rapsack.
Number 1, Nick Rapsack comes to the plate. Nick is the center fielder who has had a couple of good plays out there already in this young game. He steps in with the runner at first base, and he'd like to bring that run right around. And apparently the pitcher's thinking the same thing as he throws over to first. Keeps Dowling close. Dowling takes a pretty good lead. And because of that pass ball, he gets into second base standing, putting that runner at scoring position. Still with 2 outs, Rapsack needs a good strong hit to the outfield to get that run around in to score. There's the pitch, and he does just that. Hits it out to, oh, the center fielder comes in and makes the play for the third out. He catches that ball at the end of the 1.5 innings. Newton Falls 2, the G-Men 0.
I was like, oh, they made it to base. It's a hit. I know. If I would have left it, it would have been perfectly fine.
Hansel returns to the mound for the Tigers in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Coming to the plate now, number 12, the pitcher for the G-Men, Caden Spade. First pitch, just above the knees for a strike. The second offering from Hansel comes in, and it is a high pop that is looking like it could fall in the gap. But no, the right fielder comes in and scoops it up just behind these, just a little too deep for the second baseman on the outfield grass. First out, recorded by the Tigers. And the G-Men bring to the plate number 7, Ethan Smunt. Ethan is a senior and plays infield, just about every position in the infield other than catcher. Not all at once, of course. He awaits Hansel's first offering, and it's high for a ball 1. There's a ball skied just to the right of home plate. A little miscommunication between the first baseman and the catcher, allowing that ball to fall between the two of them. Hansel makes the first baseman know that he doesn't appreciate that mistake. That should have been an out. They'll recover from that. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1, guys.
Smunt comes back to the plate, having escaped that sure out. Hansel walks around the mound a little bit, seems to be shaken by that missed foul ball. Regains his composure. 3-1 count Here's the delivery. And it's another one skied up. This time it's out of play. To make the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hansel shakes off the first couple of signs, agrees to the third sign, sets up the pitch for the full count. It's low, ball 4. So Smunt takes his position at first base as the first base runner. Now batting is Keaton Eberly. Smunt takes a very shallow lead from first base. First pitch a called strike. Eberly stands in. Hansel takes a long look at first base and then fakes the throw as Smunt dives back in. It's a tricky move to not balk and not throw. And Hansel did it well. There's a swing and a miss by Eberling. Oh, 0-2 the count now. 1 out with the runner still at first base. Infield playing at regular depth, not playing in to cheat the double play. Hansel steps off again but doesn't throw, forcing the runner, Smunt, to dive back into first base. There's the pitch. It's a little bit low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That rain seems to have let up a little bit as the clearing skies make their way in a little closer. It's still sprinkling just a little bit. Again, not affecting play at all. There's the 1-2 pitch. That ball clipped just barely, but lands into the catcher's glove where it's squeezed and held. So that's strike 3, meaning 2 outs with that runner at first. And the G-men bring to the plate number 27. Who for some reason is not on my lineup. So number 20, we'll call him 27. He takes that first pitch for a swing. Miss, strike 1. Looks the runner back at first. And a line shot, just fair down the third base line. Rolls into shallow left field where it's scooped up. It's kind of in that area where it's wet out there. They get that ball back to the infield, holding the runners at first and second. Still 2 outs. Jackson Sommer comes to the plate. Again, with 2 outs, Sommer steps in. Nobody holds the runner. He takes a good 10-foot lead from second base. First pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Ball gets lost by the catcher. It landed under him, but he thought it passed by him. That allows both runners to advance. On that pitch in the dirt. 1-1 the count with runners at second and third. That may change the way Hansel pitches to Sommer. Takes his time, rubs the ball off on the mound, gets all that dirt off of it, all that moist dirt. Steps back in, toes the rubber, and he's ready. With a high pitch, that's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. You want to keep the ball away from an area where he can hit it. And with first base open, it really doesn't matter. That's just what he's doing now. They'll count 3 and 1.
3-1, guys. Gotta be able to drive it.
There's a 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. So he does keep the ball away from the batter's wheelhouse where he can hit a little blooper to the outfield and score both of those runs. Now the bases are loaded. Again, changes the way we pitch. Brody Swagonski, I'll try that again. Brody Swagonski comes into play. He takes that bat and walks right up to the plate. Big smile on his face, lots of confidence. Facing Hansel, also confident. And the first pitch is a little bit high for a ball. Swagonski ready, Hansel delivers. That pitch is quite high, and the ball all the way back to the screen.
Hey, ahead here, 2-0. Come on. Sit on something here. One pitch, one foul.
Runners stay put. Swagonski steps back in. 2-0 the count with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Hansel's delivery as the runners creep their leads a little larger and larger as they're not being held. 3-0 the count.
3-0.
Look for Hansel's fastball here, right over the middle of the plate. He rears back, throws the fastball, but it comes in a little low and walks in the first run for the G-men. Newton Falls coach calls time, wants to go out and talk to his pitcher. Apparently they're going to have some sort of a meeting here because all but the outfield comes in to take part in this conference. At this point, he would be asking him how he feels, how's your arm, what's going on. Hansel would answer, man, my arm feels fine, it's good. Then he's telling him here, keep the ball down in the strike zone. You don't want to put it up at the letters. Mix it up a little bit, throw that fastball, just get the batter. Just worry about the batter. There's 2 outs. Hansel will remain on the mound for now. Kicks some dirt around, does a little landscaping. Everyone returns to their position. Eric Geddes is the batter now for the Garfield G-men. The umpire calls play. Hansel steps to the rubber and delivers the first pitch to Geddes. And it comes in over the inside corner. It's a fastball for a strike. Oh, 1 the count. There's a ground ball to the third baseman who it hits him hard on a 1-hopper. That's a single. Runners all move up 1, scores another run to tie the score at 2. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs. Holden Hansel, the pitcher here, is, you can tell by his body language, he's being very hard on himself. What he needs to remember, and what all pitchers need to remember at this point, as he prepares to pitch to the next batter, That ball goes behind him, all the way to the screen. Vinny Grandizio, the batter. Runners rather, do not advance. What all pitchers in this situation need to remember is there are 8 guys behind them. There are 8 other fielders there. Pitch the ball. If the batter hits it, he hits it. No big deal. One of your infielders or the outfielders will make the play. That pitch comes in high, 2-0. A lot of times in this situation, especially with 2 outs when you've given up a couple of runs to tie the score, it's very frustrating and you forget the fundamentals and just start throwing. You need to have a lot of precision there. Catcher gives you a target, you need to hit it. Just take it easy. Hit. That ball comes inside. Grandizio jumps out of the way. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And it comes in high. 4 straight balls after the conference on the mound. So Newton Falls calls time. Hansel very frustrated. Comes straight off. Doesn't even wait for the coach. Kind of the unwritten etiquette rule. You wait for the coach to come out and pull you. You don't just wander out. But he did. He switches gloves and he'll take his position in right field. Very frustrating to give up that with two outs, to give up what now amounts to the go-ahead run. And the Tigers will bring in number 21 Gazda to take to the mound. He'll get a few warm-up pitches in. Catcher switches cards. You notice the catcher's wearing up. Powell is wearing a band on his forearm that's about 8 inches wide. That band has a card in it and a clear plastic shield. You see a lot of NFL quarterbacks use this, where they'll flip that up during the game and look at all of their plays. What he's doing is he just switched his cards out for the other pitcher. So as Gazda comes in to pitch, he's got a different set of circumstances and a different set of pitches that this catcher needs to remember, and that's how he remembers it. It's like a cheat sheet, except it's not cheating. You're allowed to do it. It's not like a chemistry test. Hansel now leaning against that fence in right field, bent over, kind of holding his head. He's very upset with himself. I'm sure he feels like he's let the team down, and they know better than that. A couple of walks, a couple of hits, nothing you can help. Had a couple of bad bounces that the infield couldn't handle, and there's nothing you can do about that. And the Tigers are only down by 1. So he's being very, very hard on himself. You see the umpire is now, the home plate umpire, now goes out and talks to the pitcher. He will tell him bases are loaded. You have 2 outs, no count on the batter. Just kind of gives him the rundown on the situation, the game situation. Clean the plate off. Await Powell, the catcher, to come back in. Number 1, Anthony Dema, the senior for the Garfield G-men, comes to the plate with the bases loaded, 2 outs, no count. Gazda's first pitch is a little bit high for a ball. That went inside. Dema kind of leans out of the way. Third pitch comes in, also high, 3-0. Again with the bases loaded, 3-0. Taking all the way, that pitch, a fastball over the outside part of the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Gazda swinging a miss at a high pitch. That was definitely ball 4. He clips the edge of the ball as it goes into the catcher's mitt, making it a full count instead of a walking in another run. There's a payoff pitch. It's a line shot down the first base line and out of play. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gazda on the mound has settled in. The runner from second was all the way to third by the time that ball went foul. Maybe past the runner at third. There's the payoff pitch. It comes inside for a ball. Walking in yet another run. Garfield takes the lead 4-2. Coming to the plate now, Caden Spade, the pitcher for the G-Men, number 12. When he's not pitching, he plays shortstop. Right now he's the batter and takes the first pitch high over his eyes. Ball 1.
Your tripod made out of a cord. Yeah. I made a
Second pitch in the exact same place, high. 2-0. Newton Falls coach kind of rubbing his head a little bit over here on the side. There's a swing and a foul ball back over the backstop. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. And Newton Falls manager just kind of rubbing his head, doesn't know what to do. Can't afford to walk in anymore. It's one thing when the few hits and they earn their runs, but to just give them up with walks, that's very frustrating for the pitcher, for the manager and the coaches, and for the rest of the team. 3-1 the count with 2 outs. That comes in as ball 4, and they walk in yet another run. For the 3rd time in this half inning, Newton Falls manager makes his way to the mound with a timeout. And they'll be talking to Gazda here. And nobody on the Newton Falls sidelines is warming up, so as I look behind the dugout, behind the stands on the third base side, that's the Tigers dugout. So they will pull Gazda from the mound.
I've got 3, and I gave him 1.
Gazda will take a position at second base, and that allows Dowling to come in to pitch. Now Dowling's smiling like it's Christmas morning. He'll get a few warm-up pitches. Now the umpire will again go to the mound here after a couple more pitches, allowing that arm to get loose. It's a little bit chilly. Temperature's fallen to about 60 degrees. Those clearing skies are not making their way any closer to the field. Right above us, it's still mostly cloudy, but there's a couple breaks over the outfield fence. A couple of breaks in the clouds. So the umpire will make his way to the mound, and he will explain to Dowling, the new pitcher, that there is no count on the batter. Scores 5-2, and the bases remain loaded. Tell him good luck, do what you can, hope for the best. Ethan Smunt comes to the plate again. This is his second time up in this half inning. Digs in with those cleats. First pitch is outside for a ball. Dowling comes set. There's the windup of the pitch. And it's a foul ball down the third base line out of play. That ball is returned to the pitcher. He throws it into the catcher. The catcher trades the umpire for a new ball. That ball apparently wet. Goes over to the Newton Falls side where hopefully they can dry it off or have it become a shag ball for practice. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Smunt steps in, Dowling delivers the pitch. It's a nice curveball, comes right in over the plate, freezes Smunt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, perfect pitch.
1-2, guys.
You may want to try that one again. He quickly agrees with the catcher and throws a fastball that grounds to the shortstop, who throws to second base for the force. That's the closest, easiest base, and that ends the inning. A lot of damage done, but the score still within reach. It's Newton Falls 2 and the G-Men 5.
Hey, big straight up. Hey, good job, guys. Good job, good job, good job. One, two, three, four, go, guys. Go, everyone in your way, man. Let's go.
Top of the order comes to the plate. Cameron Huff digs in to face the G-Men's pitching ace on the mound. That first pitch comes in and it's fouled back and over the screen for strike 1. Caden Spade on the mound delivers. Nice curveball that falls outside. Those are hard to hold off. Looks like it's coming in right over the middle of the plate and then breaks to the outside corner. falls off the plate for a ball. 1-1 the count. There's the delivery, and he fouls that one back to the backstop. 1-2.
One, two, guys. Right side, you right? What? Ball.
That same exact breaking ball pitch just misses. 2-2 the count. That's a beautiful pitch. You can actually watch that thing break. It's hard on the elbow, but it's a great pitch to throw. There's a fastball that Huff fouls back over the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count remains.
2-2.
Another foul ball. That pitch, questionable whether that was a ball or a strike, but he fouls it off with 2 strikes. Doesn't matter. Just wears out the pitcher. Here's the next pitch. Another breaking ball. Breaks so far out that the catcher can't get to it. Rolls back to the backstop, and the count goes to full. 3-2 the count. Nobody out. Huff steps back in. Here's the pitch. That is ball 4, and Huff becomes the base runner for the Newton Falls Tigers as Lazari returns to the left side of the plate. You know, in Lazari's last at bat, Gino had a very nice hit, home run that went out to just to the right side of center field over that David Rapsack Memorial Field sign in center. Now he steps in. Big lead at first for Huff. That first pitch is the breaking ball. That breaks on the left-hander. That breaks in for a strike. Looks like it's going to be outside and then comes in over the plate. So 1 strike on Lazari. He's not worried about it. Shakes that bat with authority. Huff takes a big lead. And Smont throws back over to first base to hold him there.
Let's go, G.
I'm sorry, Spade. Spade is on the mound. Huff takes his lead. There's the pitch. Another breaking ball that comes in over the plate for strike 2. A lot of times you'll see in those big league games, you'll hear the announcers talk about the lefty-righty matchup, and they'll pull a pitcher, have him come in to face one batter. It's this right here. When a right-hander throws that curveball and it breaks over the plate, a left-handed batter has a hard time handling that. Lazari should be able to handle it. He's watching in. There's 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Huff takes a big lead at first. There's the pitch, and it fouls off of his foot. Rolls down the third baseline.
Thank you.
Count remains 0-2. Lazari now, having seen that breaking ball 3 times, he's very aware of what it's going to do and what it looks like coming in. And there's a fastball that's fouled back over the third base dugout, where it lands on the roof of a Jeep Grand Cherokee. You hear the crowd kind of ooh, because
0-2, guys.
that was a long fly ball that went foul, and yeah, that'll leave a dent. That ball way high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's the kind of dent in a car that you can't really see because it's on the roof. You can't see it. Now a sunroof would have sounded a little different as the glass broke. There's the 1-2 pitch. It's a long fly ball, way deep center field, and it's over the fence again. Lazari with a 2-run dinger this time, as Huff was at first, brings that score to within 1 of the G-men. Lazari, 2 at-bats, 2 home runs. That's a pretty good evening. His parents must be proud.
That's his mom. Eric. That's his mom. Oh, I was gonna say.
Now batting number 13, Holden Hansel.
Holden Hansel, who came out of the inning after a bunch of walks, went to right field, now has an opportunity at the plate where he swings that ball down the first baseline. It's a pop fly, and on one pitch he fouls out. Hansel walks back to the dugout with his eyes closed, takes a big, deep sigh. He is not happy, very frustrated with his level of play. It's tough. It is tough. It's so hard to have things just not go your way. And that happens. There's a breaking ball down in the dirt for ball one. Batter number 32, Ruskin. There's a slow rolling grounder down the third baseline. Rusco digs in. He beats the throw as the third baseman just can't find the handle. And with only one out, the Newton Falls Tigers have the tying run at first base when to the plate.
Now batting number 11,
Alan Pennington comes to the plate. The third baseman bats right-handed. Digs in for the first pitch. Breaks over the plate for a strike. Pitcher looks the runner back at first. Grounder down the first base line. First baseman picks it up, and he steps on first base for the easy out, but that advances the runner to second. We'll call that a sacrifice.
Hey, moving runners. That's all you got to do. Move runners. Come on, E. Come on, E. Find some grass. Let's go.
now batting number 27, Ethan Powell.
Ethan Powell now the batter. You can see in his back pocket, his back right pocket, you can see that that thing that he wears on his forearm, that little, it looks like a pad, that's actually all the pitch count and the pitches that his battery of pitchers can throw. So that's kind of like the that is the treasure chest of what Newton Falls has to offer as far as pitching goes.
0-2, guys.
Swing and a miss on that pitch makes the count 0-2, quickly behind in the count with 2 outs, runner at second. That pitch comes in around his head. He ducks out of the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looked like a breaking ball that just didn't break.
1-2, guys.
Sets up for the 1-2 count pitch. It's down low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, they really are.
2-2.
I mean,
Here's the pitch. And it's a dinger. Hard hit grounder to the shortstop, who scoops it up and fires over to first base. Gets him by 2 steps, and that ends the inning, stranding the runner at second as the G-men prepare to come to the plate. They are ahead by 1 run, 5-4. To begin the bottom of the third inning, coming to the plate, number 11, Keaton Eberly. Eberly skies a ball in the infield. The shortstop comes over right on second base to make the catch. That'll make quick work of an inning. One pitch, one out. Dowling remains the pitcher on the mound for the Tigers, as number 27 steps in to bat for the G-men. With one out and nobody on, Dowling delivers the pitch. Comes in a little bit high. Ball one. There's the second pitch of the at-bat, and it's a slow rolling grounder to the shortstop, who scoops it up, bobbles it, can't find the handle, drops it, and allows the runner to get to first base without a throw. One out, catcher advises the infield that there is a play at second, as number 21, Jackson Somer, the junior for the G-men, comes to the plate. 27 takes his lead at first. Dowling delivers the pitch. It's inside ball. Fires over to first base. That throws a little bit high, but not anywhere near in time, but it does hold the runner closer to the bag. There's the pitch. It's fouled over the backstop. Dowling toes the rubber. The 1-1 delivery to Somer comes in high for a ball. Ball two. There's the pitch. Comes in low. Catcher scrambles a little bit when he drops that in the dirt, but the runner is not able to advance. There's the pitch. It's outside for ball four on the 3-1 count. Puts runners at first and second. Brody Swignowski is the batter. He's a senior. Comes to the plate, swings at a high pitch, fouls it back to the backstop. 0-1 quickly the count. With one out and runners at first and second, Swignowski steps back in, and he ducks out of the way of that inside pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1, guys. 1-1.
Outside and in the dirt. Runner holds at second. 2-1 count.
2-1.
There's the windup and the pitch. Oh, that comes in. Inside corner it hits. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out, runners at first and second. Swignowski chokes up just a little on his bat and takes this pitch. And line shot right over the shortstop's head. It goes into shallow left field. The runner holds at third, but that loads the bases with just 1 out. And number 5, Eric Geddes, comes to the plate. Dowling has called time, throws that ball in again. That left field area is a little bit wet, so he's asking for a dry ball, and he gets it. So bases loaded. Geddes comes in. to the batter's box and swings a couple of times. He's ready to go. Dowling's pitch is a little bit low for a ball. There is a long fly ball to right field. Hansel gets under it, makes the catch, throws the ball in. That'll allow the runner at third to score, but that holds the runners at first and second. So that runner tags and comes in to give the G-men a 2-run lead. But now there's 2 outs. So with runners at first and second, and Vinny Grandizio coming to the plate, Dowling's in pretty good shape here. He's in good command of the game. And the Tigers are still in this game. Dowling fakes a throw to second, but there's nobody there to get it. That puts the runner back just a little bit. Throws that pitch in to Geddes, and it is quickly, to Grandizio, it is quickly 0-1. Very nice pitch. There's the second pitch to him, and it comes in very close to hitting him. Just turned his head. It's another thing, the rule book says that they have to make an attempt to get out of the way of the pitch. A lot of times they'll just turn and allow the ball to hit them so that they get their base. That's a walk. There's a ground ball down the third base line. Third baseman scoops it up, steps easily on third base to make the third out. So third baseman steps on third to make the third out, and the Tigers give up 1 run that inning, making the score 6-4. So if they can come back to the plate, they are certainly not out of it yet. We'll be back in just a moment. Number 21, Owen Gazda coming to the plate. Again, the Newton Falls Tigers, although they're playing in their own home stadium, they're playing here because the field in Garfield was just not playable tonight. So Newton Falls is the visiting team. A few weeks ago, they played at Champion, They played as the home team at Champion. First pitch fouled back to the screen, strike one. Second pitch is a ground ball sharply hit to the shortstop, who scoops it up, throws it over to first, and Gazda is retired. 1 out.
Now batting number 23, Jordan Dowling.
Jordan Dowling gets the Pee Wee Herman tequila treatment for his walk-up music. Dowling, the pitcher of record at this point, with 1 out, comes to the plate. Looks at the first pitch that comes in and knocks him back to get out of the way. Ball one. Caden Spade doing a pretty good job of holding the Tigers to just 4 runs. Dowling checked his swing. The home plate umpire asked the first base umpire, did he go? The first base umpire correctly said, no, he did not. So that's 2-0. That one's fouled back.
He has it pretty consistently. He has it like just in his eyesight so you can see.
2-1, guys.
2 balls, 1 strike. Dowling steps back in. Spade toes the rubber and delivers the pitch. That's down low in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Dowling's in pretty good position. Ahead in the count, 3-1. There's ball 4, comes in eye high out of the strike zone. And Dowling quickly tosses his bat back to the dugout and takes his place at first base. Nick Rapsack coming to the plate right now, wearing number 1 on his jersey. He'd like that 1 to be a run on the scoreboard. 1 more run. First pitch from Spade is a breaking ball that comes in right over the plate for strike 1. Freezing Rapsack. It's a difficult pitch to hit because that ball really looks like it's coming in to hit you. And that time it looked like it was coming in over the plate, broke outside, but he swung. So very quickly he is behind in the count, 0-2.
0-2, guys.
Nice pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. That's strike 3, so 2 outs. Dowling remains at first base. Now coming to the plate, number 22. Cam Huff is the batter. Huff takes that breaking ball for a strike. That was a very close pickoff play at first base, where Dowling gets back just in time. Nice dive to grab the base with his right hand. There's the pitch. It's low for a ball. 1-1 the count. They're watching Dowling as a threat to steal.
1-1.
And there's a ground ball that the second baseman scoops up, fires over to first, gets the 3rd out of the inning. Stranding 1 runner. The score remains Newton Falls 4, the Garfield G-Men 6. The G-men send Anthony Dema to the plate to start off the bottom of the fourth inning. That first pitch is a ground ball to the third baseman, scoops it up, fires over to first base, and the runner beats the throw. The throw just a little bit low. First baseman did a nice job of digging that out of the dirt. But boy, if there was ever a time for a replay, that was it. Well, all right then, there you go. So, there it is. Shows the replay at first base as he beats the throw. Nice job, guys in the booth. Backseat of the booth. It's a mobile booth. There's the pitch. Comes in just a little bit low. Number 12, Caden Spade, the pitcher for the G-men, comes to the plate. Trying to help his own cause. Just increase that margin of winning. Dema steals second without a throw. Not sure why the catcher just didn't get it off. I don't know that he would have been able to stop him. Dema got a big jump and it shows amazing speed. Dowling's pitch makes the count 1-2.
1-2.
Caden Spade holds up on that one, evens the count at 2-2. Dema, the runner, now at second base. With nobody out, he is a threat to score. And there is a long fly ball hit right to Hansel in right field. He makes the catch and holds the runner at second base. I watched the ball and the defense on that one. I don't know why the runner tagged, but I'm not sure why he didn't go. The ball breaks outside for a ball.
Yeah, that's your box.
Dema, the runner at second, is asking the third base coach to go over the signs again so he knows exactly what's going on. There's a swing and a foul back to the backstop. The count goes to 1-1.
1-1, guys. Play.
Ethan Smunt is the batter. He steps in ready for Dowling's pitch and fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
One, two, guys. 1-2. Back.
Here's the pitch. It's a long fly ball down the third base side. The left fielder picks it up on one hop, throws it into the shortstop, but Dema scores from second, adding another run to the G-men's lead, making it 7-4. Ethan Smunt at first base, just the one out. Number 11, the left-hander, Keaton Eberly, senior, comes to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one. Dowling's pitch breaks over the plate for strike two. Very quickly, Dowling is ahead in the count, 0-2.
0-2, guys.
And there's a sharp ground ball that gets just by the second baseman. Rolls out to Hansel in right field. He scoops it up, fires it in. It's missed by the cutoff man and rolls all the way to the third baseman. But that's enough to hold the runners at second and first. So score that as a single. Right field is still pretty soft and damp in spots. That ball came in wet. Umpire throws it back into the dugout. Put it in the ball dryer. Next batter. Number 27 takes a pitch inside for strike one. There's a grounder, one hopper to the third baseman. He can't handle it. He picks it up. That was close. Wonder if we can see that again in slow motion at first base. Looks like the throw beats the runner by less than half a step, but the umpire didn't see it that way, and that, my friends, is what we have to live with. So the bases become loaded with one out as Jackson Somer comes in. To bat for the G-men, he takes ball one as he hops out of the way. I don't know, that was an awfully close play. Looked to me like the ball arrived in the glove prior to the foot hitting the bag. G-men got a break there, even though they didn't need it.
Mom said from in there you can see his foot just leaves the bag as he gets it.
There's a ground ball to the second baseman, scoops it up, fires over to second, then over to first for the double play. That, my friends, is called a pitcher's helper. Double play takes it away. So then now we are at the bottom of four after 4 full innings of play. The score is 7-4. The Tigers trail. We'll be back in just a moment.
How about 10?
Okay, seems a little steep, but 10,000 it is.
No, not 10,000. $10.
Oh, $10. Okay.
This guy.
McDonald's with his money.
$3.
Dust.
No problem. Mr. Fancy Pants over there's going down.
Master Ritchie, I do think it unseemly in the extreme for you to take these children's money.
Hey, what are you doing? Asking the old guy for batting tips?
It's a touchdown, Master Ritchie.
Come on, Gloria. Right over the plate. Strike him out, Gloria. Come on, Gloria. Come on, Gloria. Hey, batter, batter, batter. Easy money. Come on. Strike him out. Got it, Gloria. Fire it in there. Piece of cake. Got the money in the bag. Let's go. Come on.
Burn it in! Burn it in! Burn it in!
Come on, Gloria.
Burn it in!
Yes, Master Ritchie! Yes! 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 Yes!
Man, my lunch money.
Lucky swing, I guess. Listen, I was wondering if maybe you guys can come over to my house. And
Pee-wee, give him the money.
I don't want your money.
I said take it. You don't belong here.
Gino Lazzari comes to the plate. He's had 2 at-bats in the first 4 innings of this game, both of them home runs. Nice curveball that was out of reach for a strike. So quickly, the second pitch comes. That one's low and in the dirt to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch comes in high, 2-1.
2-1.
Lazzari steps back in to face the next pitch, which comes in as a curveball for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
All right, let's go, G.
2-2, guys. Away, G. That's out.
That ball's off the plate to make the count full.
3-2, guys.
They're really pitching around him now because he is such a threat with that bat. That ball is very high, very outside, and very much a walk.
Now batting number 13, Holden Hansel.
Holden Hansel comes to the plate now. Holden ready to hit. Takes that first pitch where Gino Lazzari takes off on the pitch and dives into second base, safe, ahead of the throw from the catcher. Holden Hansel steps back in. 1-0 the count. Big lead at second, and he bunts, and the ball goes foul. Hansel trying to move that runner from second to third. It was an excellent, excellent play. With the third baseman playing so deep, and the same with the first baseman, really bunting at this point is it's a great call. We'll watch and see if he does it again. Looks like the third baseman coach has wiped that off. Hansel swings and misses, and Lazzari gets to third on the pass ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hansel. But that runner is now at third base and is a threat to score. Lazzari is fast, and he's smart. He runs smart. Takes his lead at third. Nobody holding him. Hansel smacks that ball down the first base line. It goes foul off the fence in front of the first base dugout. Count remains 1-2. Hansel really needs a hit here. And there is a fastball that Hansel fouls back over the backstop. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2, play.
That car driving by.
There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Hansel did a good job in that at bat, making enough happen that the runner can get from first to third. Trevor Rusko, now number 32, comes to the plate. There's the pitch. It's high, ball 1. There's the second pitch, also high. Lazzari taking that lead at third. The third baseman's not even looking at him, let alone covering the bag. So if the catcher wanted to throw down to third, there's nobody to throw to. 2-1 as that pitch is fouled back to the screen.
Right down the line.
2-1, play.
Give everyone sitting at home a quick jump scare.
Two balls, 2 strikes. That pitch came in a little high, but umpire called that a strike. That one's real high, makes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With just one out, we'd really like to see this runner get to first base and test the G-men on their steal. Ball 4 it is, so the runner does get to first. Lazzari watching the ball as it's thrown back to the pitcher.
Now batting number 11, Alan Pennington.
Alan Pennington, the batter. Trevor Rusko takes his place at first base and then is quickly replaced by the pinch runner, number 7. Sipka comes in. Sipka, more of a threat to steal apparently than Rusko, so Rusko comes out. And again, Pennington comes to the plate with runners at first and third, only one out. Watch Sipka at first as he takes a big lead. Pitcher looks him back, and Sipka goes to second base. There is the throw. The throw is in time. Lazzari comes halfway home, sliding back into third. He's safe. So they did get the runner at second, and then threw right back home to stop the runner at third from coming home to score. So quickly, things change. 2 outs. One ball, no strikes. Lazzari waiting patiently at third to come home. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. I don't know, call that strike at the eyes, I suppose. A little bit high, but 1 ball, 2 strikes according to the umpire. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It is a ground ball, I'm sorry, a line drive that goes right back to the pitcher. The pitcher kicks it with his foot. It goes up in the air, he bobbles it, and then makes the catch. So that certainly will end up on his highlight reel. But it strands Lazzari at third, and the score remains the Tigers 4, Garfield G-men 7.
Fly to deep center. And he's out. How about that? Helton faked him out. The old veteran acted like he threw it back to the pitcher, kept it in his back pocket. Carpenter was off the bag and he tagged him. Take a look here. Uh-oh.
Ellsbury drills this one to right. Bautista's on the run and makes the catch. Frazier was halfway between second and third, and Bautista's made 2 fine defensive plays here this inning.
Got to put a star next to that one. That saves a run. Let's see what happened. He's off. The hidden ball trick.
The hidden ball trick. He lifts up his foot, shuffles his feet, and lost contact, and Goins had the ball on Frazier.
231 against Brothers.
Huge jump, and now they got Altuve hung up. Good block by Rosario. And a good feed to Brothers, and Brothers will tag out Altuve. Well, for those in the stands who say, oh, that never works when the runner takes off for second and a first and third, bluffing the throw, it just worked on Altuve.
Now that's why you practice it.
Houston takes the lead 3-2.
Into left field, round third, gonna hold him there. Cabrera up with the ball, and the Diamondbacks have the tying run 90 feet away with 1 out in the 8th inning.
And yet another pinch hit by the guy.
Number 10, Brody Swigonski, the batter, takes the first pitch from Dowling. Inside, ball 1. It's the bottom of 5. The G-men up by 3. Hot grounder down the third base line, picked up by the third baseman, scooped over. Thrown to first, it's in the dirt, and the runner is safe. So the leadoff runner for the Garfield G-men gets on. Number 5, Eric Geddes, comes to the plate. Dowling, the pitcher, watches the runner back. Runner goes to second. Catcher has a hard time, double pumps, getting it out of his glove. And the throw to second is not in time. The runner is safe, so that goes down as a steal.
Every time he leaves, y'all do something.
There's a long fly ball to left field. Left fielder can't seem to find the handle, and it goes over the fence for a home run, adding a couple of runs to pad the lead for the G-men. The long, slow trot around the bases as he touches them all.
He's trying to hold back the smile. He's like,
Number 9, Vinny Grandizio, comes to the plate with the bases cleared, nobody out. Dowling's first pitch is outside for a ball. There's a pop-up down the first base line. It's going to hook foul and out of play. First baseman made a valiant effort to lean over the fence, but was 3 or 4 rows up into the bleachers and just out of reach. So that means the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Dowling returns to the rubber with the ball.
1-1, guys.
Geddes steps back in, and Dowling pitches. The pitch was way outside, so 2 balls, 1 strike. Dowling returns to the mound. Geddes returns to the batter's box, and we'll try it again. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
3-1, guys.
Geddes stands in. Bat steady. Dowling's pitch comes in high and inside. He ducks out of the way. That's ball 4. And that brings Anthony Dema to the plate. Dema, the senior, chokes his bat by the barrel as he strides to the plate. Looks down to third base to get signs from the coach, then steps into the batter's box. First pitch is a little bit high and inside ball, and we're watching the runner at first taking a smaller lead, but still being held tight by the first baseman. Dowling looks over, looks him back, delivers the pitch, breaks in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the pitch, and Dema rather fouls that one back, and it's out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2. Play.
There's the windup of the pitch. That comes in for a called strike 3 over the inside corner. That was a beautifully placed pitch. That Dema doesn't seem to agree with that, but doesn't voice his displeasure with anything more than hesitation before he walks off the field. Bringing to the plate number 12, the pitcher for the G-Man, Caden Spade. First pitch is outside. Nice stop by the catcher. Spade stands in. Takes a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dowling delivers. There's a long fly ball to left center field. It bounces a couple of times before the left fielder picks it up. Gets the ball into the shortstop, but not before the runner from first was already stealing second. He rounded second and made it all the way to third without even having to slide. His speed evident, leaving the G-men with runners at first and third. We'll see how the Newton Falls Tigers handle this. Number 7, Ethan Smunt, comes to the plate. Ethan looks to the third base coach for the sign. Watch and see what the runners do. Runner at first takes his lead, slides over for a couple extra steps. Dowling looks him back. Runner at first goes. The throw to second is nowhere near where it needs to be, and the runner from third comes in. So the runner at second is safe as he dives across home plate. Adding the 10th run for the G-men, the runner at second is safe and is now a threat to score on a long fly ball. 1 out. Dowling delivers. And it's a ground ball, sharply hit to the shortstop, who picks it up, double steps over to first base. For the out. 2 outs. Number 11, Keaton Eberly, comes to the plate. Eberly steps in with a runner at third base. First pitch is high for a ball. Well, that looked like a good pitch. Must have been inside for a ball. 2-0. High and outside for ball 3. A little bit low, a little bit inside, ball 4. Once again, you have that same situation with runners at first and third. This time, though, 2 outs, and that changes everything. Dowling throws over to first, keeping the runner Eberly close to the bag. There's a ball. 1-0 the count. Runner goes, catcher bobbles the ball, so 2-0 the count, and runners move to second and third. Catcher calls time, goes out to talk to his pitcher. Not sure what you can say to a pitcher at this point in the game. You can say, hey, we're down by 6. Why don't we get this guy out? Good advice. He returns to his position behind the plate.
2-0.
2-0 the count. Dowling looks in and delivers the pitch. It's just a little bit high. 3-0 the count. There's a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Number 27 steps out, knocks the dirt out of his shoes. Steps in, Dowling's pitch, a little bit high, and that loads the bases with a walk. Jackson Somer comes to the plate. Dowling walks behind the pitcher's mound, takes a look at all 3 bases, sees what he's up against, fires a pitch in that's fouled off over the first base dugout for a strike. Fastball outside for ball 1, strike 1.
1-1, guys.
Dowling's pitch. Curveball inside over the plate. Strike 2. So he gets ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2, guys. 1-2.
Somer has to be careful here with bases loaded. Takes the pitch. And it's a dead ball. That ball stopped right in front of the plate, about 6 or 8 inches in front of the plate, but it bounced off of Somer's foot, and that makes it a foul ball. So the count remains 1-2. That had everybody jumping. Umpire did a nice job there of immediately calling that a dead ball, foul ball. That pitch low and in the dirt. 2-2 the count. With 2 outs and the bases loaded, Dowling gets back to the rubber and watches this pitch come in, and it's fouled off for yet another strike. 2-2. Number 21, Jackson Somer, fights off these pitches. Anything close, he's hitting. And he does the same thing with that one. That was high and inside, but it could have broken as the curveball that Dowling has been throwing has been working. So he smacked that little blooper over the first base fence into the seats. 2-2. There's the pitch. And it's a ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, who steps on second base to retire the side. And that became a productive inning for the G-men as they increased their lead to 10-4 over the Newton Falls Tigers. Number 27 comes to the plate. Ethan Powell takes the first pitch in the dirt. Ball one. Again, Powell is the catcher for the Newton Falls Tigers. This game got a late start, so as we go to the top of the 6th inning, there's a swing and a miss. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, the sun is starting to go down just a little bit, a little darker with the cloud cover especially. It's a little after 7:30. Not sure how much longer this game can go on. 2 balls, 1 strike to Powell. Spade delivers his pitch. Powell skies the ball down the third base line. Third baseman camps out under it, makes the two-handed grab. And there's 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Now batting, Gazda, as he comes to the plate, rubs a little dirt on those gloves. Gets him a little better grip on the taped up bat. Owen Gazda stands in, awaiting Spade's pitch, and here it comes. It's a breaking ball low for ball 1. That temperature has really fallen on the ground. You can feel the dew coming out. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1, guys.
2-1 with that low pitch. There's a ball skied out to right field. The right fielder comes in. He's still running. He makes the catch on the fly. 2 outs. Number 23, the pitcher for the Newton Falls Tigers. That's Jordan Dowling. Jordan always seems to have a smile on his face. He looks at Spade, the pitcher. It's pitcher to pitcher. Here's the first pitch. That breaks outside for ball 1. Dowling hits that ball, grounder to the shortstop. Shortstop fires over to first, and they retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. G-men come in with a 6-run lead into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Used to call Tony the Tiger.
Right now, Todd Jones would love to get a ground ball. It's Counsell in the leadoff spot who comes to the plate.
Well, I don't know if it would be as big for Craig Counsell.
Did they get him?
They tried the hidden ball trick, and I think they may have gotten the runner at third base, Luis Torrero.
Torrero's out at third base.
Mike Lowell had the ball. Todd Jones was not on the mound. You can't be standing on the mound in that hidden ball trick.
Now Bob Melvin's going to come out.
There it is, right there.
It's another step. He's off.
Goes. No throw. Why?
Throws it down to third. Husky dugout pointing to the backstop.
Oh,
and look
nice
at that.
play.
Look at that. Well executed.
Little walk-up music from Kansas. Carry on. Brody Swigonski comes to the plate, takes the first pitch a little bit high from Dowling. Ball one. There's a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. This, the bottom of the 6th inning. Remind you again that although this is Newton Falls' field, it is a home game for the G-men of Garfield, as their field was not in good enough shape to host this game. That contributed to this being a game that had a little bit of a late start. There's Dowling's pitch right over the middle of the plate, and it's skied to shallow center field where the shortstop works his way back, calls it, and makes the catch. And that records the first out of the half inning. Eric Geddes comes to the plate. Dowling steps on the mound. Geddes now in the box and ready for Dowling's pitch, which is shot as a line drive 3-hopper that goes to the center fielder for a nice solid single. Vinny Grandizio comes to the plate. He'll be using the same bat. That was abandoned on that last hit. Again, looking out at the mound, I see Dowling's big smile. It's a thrill to see a guy that just really enjoys the game and is having a good time. Throws over to first, keeping the runner honest. He dives back in safe. Again, Grandizio still awaiting his first offering from Dowling, and here it is. Runner goes to second. The throw is there, and it bounces into center field. So he rounds second. After sliding in, goes to third. That ball goes out of play, and he comes all the way home and is awarded home on the ball being out of play. So from first to home with 1 strike on the batter. Grandizio again steps into the batter's box. Now there's nobody on with just 1 out. And there's a line shot that almost takes Dowling off the mound. It rolls all the way to center field. Very well hit ball. That ball went out a lot faster than it came in. Dowling was lucky to get out of the way of that one. Anthony Dema comes to the plate with Grandizio at first base. Umpire holds Dowling to now as able to throw. Dema hits that ball and it goes foul down the first baseline for 1 strike. Grandizio takes a lead at first. Dema watches that pitch come in. That's strike 2. 0-2 the count. Dema shakes his head, does not agree with the umpire's call. Dowling throws over to first base, keeping the runner back. Grandizio brushes himself off, takes a few steps off of first base. Dema steps in. Dowling's offering to him. Comes in high and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dowling looks in for the sign and delivers the pitch. It's a breaking ball that's bounced over to the shortstop, who picks it up, fires over to second. Second baseman misses it. The ball's in the dirt. That ball rolls into right field. The runner from second goes all the way to third. On the error, we'll call that a throwing error. Would be a fielder's choice and then an error, so the runner advances. So he makes it from first to third, and the batter was held to first. The batter now, Caden Spade, the pitcher for Garfield, steps up to the plate with runners at first and third and just one out. We'll watch and see if the Tigers throw to second and try and stop this steal that will take place. That pitch is outside, no steal. Runners hold. There's the pitch, and it's low, but it's a grounder that is thrown over to first base. The runner from third scores. Force at first makes it 2 outs. And the Garfield is left with a runner at second base. That makes the score 12-4, G-Men. As Ethan Smunt comes to the plate. He wears number 7. There's a one-hopper back to the pitcher, who takes a bad hop and he misses it. Scooped up by the shortstop, backing him up. No throw anywhere, and runners are safe at first and third with 2 outs. Number 11 now comes to the plate. That's Keaton Eberly. Keaton Eberly steps to the plate. He is the left-handed batter. Again with 2 outs. This late in the game, and the 10-run mercy rule in effect in high school baseball. The winning run is at first base. If Eberling gets a hit here that brings the runner at first all the way home, the game ends. That second pitch is also outside. 2-0 the count. With 2 outs. Here's Dowling's pitch. That's a grounder to right field. Eberling goes to first base on that well-hit single. The runner from first makes it all the way to third. And coming to the plate is number 27. Again now, the score is 13-4. So the winning run, if I'm not mistaken, the winning run is at third base. 2 outs. Dowling looks in. Moves a little dirt around on the mound where his foot would land. This late in the game, there's always a hole there. Dowling's pitch is high, but a ball coming in that fast, that high, looks like it's about the size of a basketball. Every single batter thinks he can hit that one over the fence. So swing and a miss. Dowling's second offering comes. That's a breaking ball, that's high ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
No one better, Al. No one better. Yeah, buddy, no one better. Let's go. Use that K&E, baby.
27 digs in. Dowling pitches. The runner goes. No play. Two balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. First base is open. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Dowling's pitch is a long fly ball down the third base line, and it goes foul at the last moment. That ball was extremely well hit. That might be the longest ball we saw hit today. A day filled with a couple of home runs. There's not a rear end of any of the G-men on the bench. They're all leaning up to the fence. They understand the situation. They know exactly what's going on. Runners at second and third. 27 steps back in with a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Hard to have another hit after a long fly ball that goes foul like that. Oh, he almost swung at that, and it broke low and outside. Dowling's got a big old grin on his face because he knows he almost knocked him down with that. That pitch was outside and out of reach, but he almost swung. 3-2, full count, 2 outs, runners go. There, oh, it's a called strike 3 to end the inning. At the end of 6. It's the G-Men, 13, Newton Falls Tigers 4.
By the Huskies, they just duked the Winona runner. Jared Anderson fell for it. Joey Althoff behind the plate ran back looking for the ball, and Jared Anderson takes off from second. Little did he know that he was going to get tagged out at third.
In the air to center. Inciarte, he's got it. He tries to deke the runner. The throw is going to beat it.
How about the footwork by Freddie Freeman? That was a great job by Inciarte to lure him a little bit farther off the bag, but Freddie was not on the base and blindly did a nice shift to get his foot on the bag and take the throw.
I'm sure aware of the concept. High center field. Will Myers under it, looking into the sun. Runner tags. Run scores. Andre Ethier makes it 5-0. Now they sacrifice fly RBI. 39.
Well, you see Loney has the ball, and he's right above the pitcher's mound. There you see James Loney right there. Okay, now he's got it. Uribe over here on the left. He's got his head down. Now Escobar has the ball. He throws it over to Longoria. So now the ball's over at third base. Longoria has it. Nobody knows. Uribe, third base coach, nobody's aware that Longoria has it. Uribe steps off. Boom.
Your matchup there when you have such a good hitter.
Oh, trying to do a fake pickoff. There, they got him.
They got him, but no one's there at second to cover.
Wow.
Time they do pick off Gartman from second base. I can't believe that just worked.
That's the old Wichita pickoff, Travis, that many teams have in the repertoire, but you very seldom see it used. And boy, South Haven executed that to perfection. Middle infielders there running towards the outfield, pointing at the baseball that's not there. Short still got the baseball, and there we cut the runner down at second. Great job, great call by Coach Rich right there, and it worked.
I haven't seen the sign yet, have you?
I don't know, unless the mustache is the steal.
Might be.
Your kicks, now you don't need money with a face like that, do ya? Big black boots, long brown hair.
The Newton Falls Tigers come to the plate at the top of the 7th inning. They're down by 9 runs. Not impossible, but it is a monumental wall to climb. So Nick Rapsack comes to the plate. He is the center fielder for the Tigers. The first offering is high for a ball. Caden Spade remains the pitcher. I take that back. I'm sorry. There's dirt on his uniform, and I couldn't see that. It's Brody Swigonski that comes in to close the game for the G-Men. Newton Falls can't be happy about seeing a fresh arm come in. Swigonski throws the ball awfully hard. Ball 4, and the Tigers have a runner aboard. And that's exactly what they needed to do. Now batting is number 22, Cam Huff. He'll come to the plate with a runner at first base and nobody out. Swagonski's pitch will come as he looks the runner at first back. First pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Lazzari on deck. Would sure like to get one more home run in tonight, but any kind of a hit will do. There's a throw to first, keeping the runner back. The old hidden ball trick as the first baseman fakes the throw back to the pitcher, but the runner doesn't step off the bag. So the coach apparently doing a good job over there. He takes a big lead. Pitcher looks him back, throws a ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. As that sun has gone down and the cloud cover has remained, its temperature's falling and it's getting cooler and cooler. There's a pitch that's outside, 2-1. Huff watches that one without offering.
2-1.
There's the windup in the pitch. And that's fouled off down the first base side, out of play. Brings a new ball into the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and the runner remains at first base. Huff steps back in, scrapes up the dirt. Lazzari on deck, takes a couple of practice swings. Swagonski pitches, and it's a foul back to the screen. Swagonski is still throwing hard, as his arm should be pretty fresh coming in to finish the game for the G-men. Big lead at first, 2-2 count. Swagonski looks him back, fires home, and it's a ball to make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
3-2. Full count.
The runner at first will go, but has to be careful on a fly ball. Pitch comes home, swing and a miss. That's a strike. That full count becomes an out. And now, Gino Lazzari comes to the plate. He wears number 3. He has not faced Swagonski in this game. Swagonski seeing Lazzari for the first time. Number 3 steps in as a left-hander. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled out of play on the third base side. Swagonski back with a new ball, back on the mound. Lazzari steps in. A couple of practice swings. They look the runner back to first. And a sinker is thrown. And that lands in the dirt. 1-1. Here's the pitch. It's outside. 2-1. It's a line shot past the shortstop into left field. Puts runners at first and second. And brings to the plate number 13 for the Newton Falls Tigers.
Now batting number 13, Holden Hansel.
Holden Hansel looks down to third to see his coach pick it up the side. Stands in the right-handed batter's box, waves the bat around a little bit, shows some authority, and readies the pitch. Ball curves over the inside part of the plate for a strike. Hansel steps back in. Runner's not really being challenged. There's the pitch. He holds up, but it's called a strike. Quickly, he's down 0-2 in the count. That ball's way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out with runners at first and second.
1-2, guys.
Hansel steps back in to face Swigonski's fastball. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. With 2 outs, number 32, Trevor Rusko comes to the plate. Runners still at first and second. Here's the pitch. Curveball comes in on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. There's a foul ball back off the catcher's shin pads that time. And he's down 0-2. Rusko stands in with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Swigonski's pitch comes home. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that, my friends, is the game. As the G-men defeat the Newton Falls Tigers 13-4 in 7 full innings of play. On behalf of Tom Gregory Films, the Newton Falls High School Athletics, the students who volunteer their time to work as part of the production crew for this broadcast. My name is Eric Thompson. Thank you very much. It's a privilege to hang out with these student athletes and see such good play. Thank you to the coaches, the players, the parents, the fans, the administrators. You guys have a great day. We will see you at our next game scheduled tomorrow. Have a great night.